San Francisco 49ers fans, you have come to the right place. Hey, welcome to C-Train Station. To those subscribers, welcome back to C-Train Station. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for your subscription and for taking the time, right? Hey, let's talk about some San Francisco 49ers news and notes. Niners general manager John Lynch just said at the Combine that that the Niners are in negotiations with Brock Purdy. Yes, the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy are in contract negotiations. Here are my 2 cents. You ready? You ready for a C-Train omelet? I'm going to let you know what's up. Look, I think that Brock Purdy should not only sign with the Niners ASAP, but also take a little less money to give the Niners cap flexibility. If I were the San Francisco 49ers, there's also rumors that they are talking about restructuring George Kittle's contract, giving George Kittle an extension. I believe that the Niners should go at asking Brock a little bit less, to give Brock Purdy less, using George Kittle's potential contract as sort of a sweetener, right? Quarterback's best friend, a few of them, right? A left tackle is a quarterback's best friend. And also, if you ask Steve Young, a quarterback's best friend is his tight end. I think that it is paramount to this squad. It is so important that Brock Purdy sign, and that he sign ASAP as soon as possible. No more holdouts. The Trent Williams, the Nick Bosa, the Deebo Samuel, the Brandon Ayuk, those holdouts have destroyed their respective seasons. The Niners have not done as well. The team has not done as well because of the contract negotiations and because of just sort of the uneven ambiance, right, that the contract negotiations provide. Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady both took less so that other players on the team could get theirs in terms of money. I fully and wholeheartedly expect Brock Purdy to do the same. Brock Purdy has the John Deere commercials, right? He's got the John Deere endorsements. I believe he's also endorsed by Toyota. Look, how about this? If I were Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy's, his overall estimated worth, his value will bump way higher, way to a different stratosphere if he's a Super Bowl champion. I think that he should give up a few million here or there right now to make the incalculable, priceless Super Bowl champion. It's so paramount. I will go into the season with a whole heck of a lot less confidence if Brock Purdy doesn't sign and sign soon. Like, we want Brock, I don't know, when can he sign? Can he sign now? Brock Purdy needs to be signed, sealed, and delivered so that the Niners can have the offseason requisite to a team that is looking to win the Super Bowl next year. Okay, Clint Kubiak is officially the offensive coordinator of the Niners. Yes, the Niners have elevated Clint Kubiak, probably the son of Gary Kubiak, I'm going to say that, right, to offense coordinator. Now, look, my thoughts on that. Nepotism aside, Shanahan seems to have a comfort with Kubiak. The more Kyle Shanahan can bulk up his staff, right, the more that he can get motivators of men like Robert Saleh, good play callers like Clint Kubiak, the better I believe Shanahan will be able to view the squad on and off the field, essentially. I think that Kyle Shanahan gets a better perspective on the game of football when he is surrounding himself by better minds who he likes, and dudes, honestly, it seems like, who he likes. Clint Kubiak is one of those dudes, so I absolutely, wholeheartedly approve of that signing, of that elevation. It looks like there isn't a decision yet on the Niners kicker, place kicker, Jake Moody. At the Combine, General Manager John Lynch said something to the gist of that they've been talking to Jake Moody and that no decisions essentially have been made. Okay. I do not believe in Moody's mechanics or fluidity. Compare Jake Moody with Robbie Gould. Just go and Google. Go on YouTube, both of their highlights, right? Go, do that for a minute. Go look at their respective tape. Robbie Gould is markedly more fluid, even with his kicking motion, than Jake Moody is. Look, from a ground up, fundamental level, Jake Moody does not have it. His footwork is not there. His kicking mechanics are not there. He is herky and jerky with his kicking motion. He is not fluid as an athlete, human being who kicks for a living. I absolutely cannot condone that. And if the San Francisco 49ers go into next season with a new special teams coordinator, which they have, so they are, I have no idea how they can let Jake Moody still be on the squad. The margins are too small. The margins are too small. The Niners can't afford to mess around with the kicker. They need to go get a kicker that is tried and true. I get that they tried to get a kicker that they can grow with, a kicker with a good leg. Unfortunately, for however powerful Jake Moody's leg is, his technique is so herky-jerky. He's so not fundamentally sound that all that power is for absolutely nothing. It means nothing. San Francisco 49ers, do yourself a favor, go get another place kicker. In terms of the draft, the Niners, I know this, we can confirm the reports that the Niners have met with Ole Miss defensive lineman Walter Noland and Tennessee edge James Pierce. I like both of these ideas. I like the fact that the Niners are doing their due diligence on defensive line. They need to do that. I really like Walter Nolan's film, particularly his contact courage. Walter Nolan is feisty on the defensive line. He's athletic. And also, when he's met with a double team on the tape, when he's met with it, he bulldozes the first contact, reorganizes, and then bulldozes the second contact. I love it. I love the contact courage that Walter Nolan has. He's not afraid to bang down in the trenches. The Niners need big men who can bang in the trenches. It is imperative. They lost games because of that last season, okay? I would still love to see the Niners flip front-heavy draft capital for Myles Garrett or Max Crosby. I would also like to see, I would hope that Joey Bosa gets a buyout. I would love to see Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, and one of either Myles Garrett or Max Crosby on that Niners defense. I think that is a contending defense. If the Niners can acquire somehow a Myles Garrett, a Max Crosby. Is there a guy Fitzgerald or something like that from the Bengals, a defensive lineman? He is him as well, right? If the Niners can really invest on those lines, I believe they have a shot at really going far next season. Speaking of the NFL draft, I would love to see the Niners, again, trade that top-heavy draft capital. So yes, like 2 first-round draft picks for a Myles Garrett. But also, I think that this is so paramount. I think that this is number 3. In my opinion, the Niners' offensive and defensive lines, the needs are just, they have many, many needs on the lines, in the trenches. The San Francisco 49ers do. However, I think that an underrated need of theirs, I would put this pretty much as number 3. Is it the defensive backfield? No, it isn't. I actually like where the Niners are at defensive backfield-wise. I like Demo. I like Renardo Green. I think that Brown is decent, and I like Malik Mustafa. He brings the wood, right? But the Niners, I would love to see them snag tight ends, either Tyler Warren or Colson Loveland. I love the size matchup, the size and physicality matchup that a Jawan Jennings, George Kittle, and also a Colson Loveland or Tyler Warren would bring to the table. In my opinion, that another tight end, a tight end who can work the other part of the middle of the field, right? Another side of the field, that is the key to unlocking the Niners offense. Do the Niners play with a lot of two tight end sets? It doesn't matter. They're going to learn to play with a lot of two tight end sets. It makes so much sense, especially because Kittle is such a good blocker as well. Just the action, the play action ability off of a two tight end set and the running ability that the Niners would have off of two tight end sets would be amazing. So I love the size matchup, Jennings, Kittle, and one of Colson Loveland or Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren, Penn State tight end. Colson Loveland, Michigan tight end. I love the size matchup, but also that would allow Ricky Pearsall to work within the margins of the middle field of the field. So look, you got Tyler Warren over here. You got Kittle over here. You literally have to double team both of them. Like literally both of them demand a double team. But they're far away from each other on the field. They're on opposite sets on the two tight end formation. Okay, you got both of them working the middle of the field, right? Now beneath that, okay, that is where Ricky Pearsall in the middle of the field, in the margins of the middle of the field, that's what I'm calling it, is where Ricky Pearsall can do absolutely insane amounts of damage. The Niners getting a Colson Loveland could unlock Ricky Pearsall to the point where he becomes almost Cooper Kupp-like. And that's saying a whole heck of a lot, especially because Pearsall didn't really light it up. He had a good end to the season. He didn't necessarily light it up, though, this season, right? But I think there's a lot to work with Pearsall. And I think that I wasn't confident in him necessarily going into last season, but I think that he can be a really decent fourth option on a team. Fourth or fifth option, honestly. But that's all good. By the way, Tyler Warren is a unit. And Colson Loveland, the tight end out of Michigan, he presents this. He's amazing. Upon first catch, Loveland's first touch, he tucks the ball and makes a move. That's amazing. It's amazing that he's able to do that first touch. He's ahead of the game, and he really is like a wide receiver in a tight end's body. Just great potential with both of those tight ends. Look, this was a little bit short but sweet. We got big stuff coming up. We free agency, we got the draft, and C-Train's got you covered for all of it. So look, I'm really going to get into the draft as things come along. I think that I need to see where some of these dominoes fall, where the pieces fall, before I can make more accurate draft projections and whatnot. However, I think that this next season is the biggest season in modern San Francisco 49ers history. I believe that they're hosting the Super Bowl, and also this will be the last stand. This will be the last ride of players like Trent Williams, the last stand, not the last stand, but players in their primes like Fred Warner on defense, like George Kittle on offense, and Christian McCaffrey. This is their final ride. The Lombardi Trophy is ripe for the taking. The Niners just got to take care of business. Hey, thanks for watching. Of course, for your San Francisco 49ers content, like, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you next time at C-Train Station. Have a good one.